What's up, y'all? What's good? Welcome to the What Up Doe Show. It's your boy Dame D.
And your girl Shawnee DJ D. What's up, everybody?
What's going on, everybody? And today we're going to be talking about a situation where you had a young lady, Sharita Williams, who was in a situation at a Citgo gas station in Detroit. Who was confronted by, some bystanders who was really trying to look out for her well-being. I have a few people that's going to be joining us. That's probably going to be coming in and out, as we speak, about today's conversation. But I'm gonna go ahead and introduce everyone to the panel, and we'll go ahead and start the conversation. So, I got Big Dave, Real Talk with Big Dave, gonna be joining us. We got Winifred that's gonna be joining us. And what do you want to go by, young lady, again?
Ray
Right,
Nisha,
Ray Nisha.
aka
Okay,
Ray
Ray
Ray.
Nisha. And then
Ray.
there we go, there we go. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get it started. We're going to be talking about, like I said, the situation where, the young lady pulled up at the gas station. And, we also got Joseph Knows that's going to be joining us too. So I want you to start off, Ray Nisha, and just tell everybody, who's watching, how this originally started, how you guys first caught attention and went to her.
Okay, me and my home girl, my best friend, we was all sitting at the gas station on Charmers at the pumps. We was talking, smoking, passing blunts back and forth. All we seen was a guy pulling the gas station like he was getting chased by somebody. And then once we seen her car, we seen that she was chasing him, and he like, "Lady, why are you chasing me?" He like, "I don't even know you." She like, "Yes, I do, bitch. Yes, I do, bitch. I know who you is." He like, "If you know who I am, tell me my name."
Right.
And we all paused, just look over there at her, and she like, "Bitch, I'm on your ass." I'm like, "What the fuck?" I'm like, she chasing him. She damn near crashed her car, everything into a pump. So we sitting there, we like, okay, she stopped her car. We tried to get the focus off of him so he can pull off. He
Mm-hmm.
ended up pulling off. She ended up getting out her car. She walked up to my homeboy and got to talking shit. We
Mm-hmm.
sitting there, they going back and forth. He wasn't gonna do nothing to her. It was just funny because she was talking the way she was talking. She like, "Y'all broke as fuck. Who the fuck y'all think y'all talking to?" I'm like, "Hold on, who the fuck is you? You just came over here, just intervened with what we had going on and just got the going on. That's when you just was chasing a whole nother car through the whole
Right.
gas station." We sitting there, they going back and forth. They went back and forth for like 30 minutes.
Yeah, I saw
When I
that. And
looked,
old boy that was in the gray, he was hilarious. You know what I mean? He had the
yeah,
whole
he wanted to be in on the
had time. He had
podcast, but I don't.
everybody entertained. You know what I mean? So, so throughout that situation, when it was all y'all was just joking and having funs and games, and she was shouting out the things that she was blurring out and shouting out. Once y'all realized that it was a baby in the car.
The
you,
one that noticed that it was the baby in the car
Right, and
because
before we get to the
the
baby, I want to address this. The original situation where you said that you saw her chasing a young man in the car. So I did an interview with her the day after.
I
You know what
saw
I
it.
mean? And she
I saw
said
it.
that she was not chasing anyone in the car. So so was she lying, or what's the deal on that?
She was lying. It's what, me, my best friend Sierra, DG. It was about five of us out there. She was chasing the car. That's how
Right,
intoxicated she was. She was chasing the car.
that's
But
crazy.
the whole time we sitting there going back and forth with her, laughing, joking, I looked at her car and I seen it was a leg of a kid in
Right.
the air. Like the car seat was tipped it over. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, hold on. I said, nah, everything was just cute just a minute ago. I said, it's a baby in this fucking car. They like, you lying. I said, no, I'm not lying. It's a leg that was just in the air. I said, it's a baby in this fucking car. That's when me and my homegirl, we both got out the car at the same time, walked over there to her car, and seen the whole car seat flipped over in the back seat because of what she was doing in the fucking parking lot, going around in circles.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because I noticed once you guys realized that it was actually a baby car, your motherly instincts jumped in, and it
Yeah,
went from just funs and game and joking and fucking with her to like, hold on, this bitch, really got her child in the car and she drunk, to a serious situation. DJ
yeah.
Shiny D, I'm gonna go ahead and let you weigh in if it's something that you want to ask, Ray Nisha, go on ahead and come on in.
Ray Nation, I want
Yeah.
to tell you and your friend, because I know her. And I just want to tell you and your friends, thank you, because y'all didn't have to care so much. Y'all didn't have to. Y'all really were trying to look out for her. I I
Was.
I can see it. I feel it. And the one thing I've noticed about people who drink a lot is they don't always remember what they do. They remember
Right.
what you say to them, they remember what you do to them, but they don't remember what they do to cause things. And I just think that she just doesn't remember. But I want to say to you, thank you guys for even giving the shit, because y'all was kicking it. Y'all could have let her go. Y'all fed the baby.
Right.
Y'all,
Gave
if
him
she
juice
got
and
up
chips.
and I'm not dogging her. I'm not
Yes.
dogging her at all, because I'm human too. I've done some dumb shit too. But she got up in y'all face a couple of times, and y'all didn't take it nowhere. Y'all realized she was drunk. Y'all showed some patience with her. Y'all were trying to explain to her. Y'all took her keys. Y'all took her phone. Y'all wanted to make sure she was cool. So y'all the true heroes of the whole situation to me.
Right.
But yeah, when I think that it was a baby in the car, I told my friend, I said, she not pulling off with this baby in this car. I
They
said, I'm
did.
sorry. I said, I don't care. I said about how nobody feel. I'm not about to let her pull off in this car.
Mhm.
Right. Okay,
Bye.
before I ask you the next question, Win, I want to ask you a question. Give us your opinion on the situation. You saw the video. I don't know if you saw, because there's multiple videos out there, and
Mhm.
it's questions that I'm gonna ask you about the other videos that happened too. But Win, give us your input on the situation. What do you think? How do you would have handled that situation if you were Riri and you were put in a situation where you saw a mom out there at 3 o'clock in the morning who was, I'm gonna just say, pissy drunk, out there in a situation where, she shouldn't have put her child in that situation, how would you would have handled that situation? Or just give me your opinion on the overall situation.
I would have did exactly what she did. I would have made sure that she couldn't drive, because that means you putting yourself in danger, your child in danger, and everybody else in danger. Because when you drunk, you don't realize the shit that you be doing. You know what I'm saying? You just right there doing the moment. But the part that I seen and what I have a problem with is when I seen she got smacked.
See, and I was gonna
Oh,
get to
that's
that. So
you gotta wait. You
give me
gotta
wait
wait
for
for
one
that,
second
cause
before you
Yeah,
say
because
anything
that
about
wasn't
yeah,
that,
her.
you gotta
Riri.
wait
That
for that.
wasn't
So give me a
That's
You
only
second,
gotta
part I
because
wait
was
that's
for
a
speaking
that.
question
from.
that was one of the questions I was gonna ask you. Yeah. So we'll get to
But
that in a
with me,
second. But hold
with
on,
me taking
Riri,
her
before you answer
keys,
that, the smacking part. But go ahead, we
yeah.
besides that, because those were one of the questions I was gonna ask her.
hmm Well, that's the only question I really want to know about
Okay.
that,
but
because everything else, what they did, I mean, they literally saved her life, because she could have killed herself. You know what
and
I'm
Yeah.
that's what I
saying?
was telling
And she
her.
could have
I'm
killed her son. She could have killed somebody else. One
yes,
of our family members could have been on the street at that time. So they
Exactly.
did right. You know what I'm saying? They really did. I'm
Right.
not taking no credit away from y'all on that. Because if
Right.
I was in that situation, I would have done the same thing too.
Well,
I would
Big
have took
Dave.
her keys, and made sure she didn't drive. Yes, I
Right.
right.
would have.
Yeah. Well,
What
Big
up?
Dave, give us your opinion on the situation. You saw the video, you heard what happened. Give us your opinion on what you think or how you would handle that situation if you was out there.
Hmm. Well, I mean, there's no other way to handle it but the way they did. You know,
hmm
and make sure the person is cool, even though, let's keep it real. I ain't here to kill her, but I'm gonna be real too, though. You just, alcoholism is real. This shit ain't no,
hmm
and a lot of people
Right.
drinking whatever sometimes is on your mind is on what's on your mind. You know what I'm saying?
hmm
For some
hmm
reason, when she was chasing that man, maybe she thought he was somebody else. Why she,
Right.
hmm Right.
and that's how dangerous it is. Because what if she had
hmm
a gun and was chasing him
The wrong person.
and ran him over?
hmm
So it could have got drastic. It could have got way more deadly. Her kid could have been harmed. She could have went to jail. They could have called the police on her. They could
hmm
have took her keys and still called the police and took the child. Or it could have been somebody crazy that took her car and her child. So
Right.
it
hmm
turned real bad. So she was lucky. She better
hmm
thank God that it was people around that wasn't trying to harm her or hurt her, because some people could have took offense to that. Man, fuck that bitch. I don't give a fuck about that drunk bitch. I'll beat that drunk bitch ass.
Right. Take her
Mhm.
phone, take her fanny pack, all that shit she had. But
Man,
I
they
want to
could
ask you this question. Riri, when y'all saw that she was still out there talking shit and she was drunk, and and I'm gonna ask y'all all this question. When she pulled out the motherfucking pint of Patron and started drinking, I'm like, hold on, didn't you say, and she tried to say that she actually went to the gas station to try and sober up. You know what I mean?
No,
I don't know if y'all
she
saw the
didn't.
interview that I did
She
with
didn't.
her,
But
but I'm
Listen,
like,
she
hold
did
on,
not.
how did you go to the gas station and try and sober up, but you steadily pulling out a pint and you taking that motherfucker to the neck?
Man, I'm sitting up there telling her, I said, you need to try to sober up. Like she said in the interview, she came to the gas station and parked to get some water. If you look on the video that I was recording, you see a whole motherfucking water in her car with a
Right.
Sprite.
You said that.
So
Mhm.
if you was trying to sober up, you would not have never been drinking that bottle the way you was drinking that bottle. When I took her keys, her car was still started. I kept telling them, I said, cut her car off. They like, I ain't
Yep.
doing that. I said, oh, y'all not gonna do it? I said, all right. I opened her door politely and pushed that push start button and cut her car off. And went in the gas station and gave her keys to the gas station clerk. Cause I don't need you talking about I'm trying to steal your car. I got my own car. Cause she tried to
Right.
say we tried to steal her son. I said, baby, I have my own kids. Why would I
Right.
want to steal? I'm trying to make sure he's safe. I done
Yeah.
seen the 2-year-old get ejected from a car on 7 Mile and Hayes a few years back. A baby
Mhm.
named Michael. I'm
Mhm.
not finna be, this not about to be on my conscience. You
right.
drunk with a 2-year-old in the back seat. You doing all this in this parking lot, and his seat is tilted over, not even
Right.
strapped all the way down.
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. So, and
Yeah.
another question that a lot of people want to know too, that may have didn't see the one of the videos that you put out. It was a situation where the baby daddy was called up there,
Yes.
and we did not get the full video and everything that happened. Can you give us a little bit more intel on what happened when he arrived at the scene, and right after that, I believe the police came.
Yeah, the guy that she was arguing with on the video, he the
Mhm.
one took her phone and
Yeah.
called her baby daddy.
Right.
When he called her baby daddy did not know where she was at on Charmers. He like, I don't even know where that's at. So we end up sending him the location. It took him like a good 45 minutes to get there.
Yeah.
He got there. He got out his car. He said, oh, bitch, I've been looking for you, and fired on her. Knocked her the
Wow.
fuck out.
See, now
Yeah.
that could have
See,
been
go ahead, Big
dangerous.
Day.
That could have turned very dangerous. I mean, I know they was doing the right thing calling him, but let's get to the facts. He could have came up there and jumped on her so bad and really hurt her, and that
But they
would.
said that though.
But
They
we
talked
didn't know
about
that.
that.
We didn't know that. We
Yeah.
trying to make sure the baby gets to
No, I know
safety.
that, but I'm just saying. Look what happened. He came there talking about, I've been looking for you, and then he hit her in the mouth. Now, if he would have killed her, now everybody there might be accessory to something. See,
Mhm.
it's hard to help people, which y'all did do. But what I'm saying, a lot of people don't want to help because it can turn bad. And then you in the middle of something you ain't got nothing to do with, just trying to help someone.
Yeah,
Right.
because
Yeah.
I remember one of the girls, I don't know if it was you, was saying, well, we could be putting her back in the situation that she was running from. You know what I mean?
That was do not disturb. That was Sierra.
Okay.
That was
Yeah.
Sierra.
Yeah.
She the one
Mhm.
said that because she like I think she really been going through some stuff. Like she been getting her ass beat. I said
Mhm.
I don't know. I said well I just want the baby to be safe. I said if y'all can get anybody up here to come and pick her up, it
Mhm.
don't matter who it is, as long as it's somebody that she know and she trusts. But when
Right.
he
Yeah.
talked to the only person that answered her phone calls when we was calling people on her phone was
Mhm.
her baby daddy. That's the only person that answered the phone.
Right.
Mhm.
So yeah,
Mhm.
because
So
she called me well I got a call about the actual situation and was sent the video, so we actually did the video, and she wanted to speak her point of view, because you guys' video had went viral. Was it your video that went viral, or was it Do
it
Not
was both of
Disturb?
our videos.
Okay, so
Mhm.
tell me how you felt, and so that how long did it take for that video to instantly to ultimately go viral, I should say.
3 hours.
Oh wow.
Six
Immediately.
o'clock in the morning.
Wow. Yeah.
Mhm.
So yeah,
It
that
went
that, that was
viral.
crazy.
It went
Mhm.
viral in 3 hours. I was kind of shocked because I post videos all the time, but that
Right.
video right there is what took the cake. Cause everybody
Mhm.
Mhm.
like telling me like, don't hit her, don't hit her. I said, I'm not about to hit that lady. I said, I'm trying to help her. I said, I'm
Right.
not about to hit her. I said, I see she intoxicated. I said,
Mhm.
I'm not a bully. I don't do shit like that. I said, if anything, I'm gonna try to help her. And
See,
that's what me and
and
my
that's what
friend
she did
was
not
trying
realize.
to.
She didn't realize that you guys were out there trying to help her. You know, she was so much up under the influence that she didn't recognize help
We kept trying to
was
tell
right
her.
there
We
with
told her
her.
that so many times.
Okay, so yeah,
Yeah.
We
let's
told her
go to
that
the
so many times.
situation
Like we trying to
after
help her.
you know, which fucked me up. You know, I don't know if that was you who had said that, but she initially told you guys that fucked me up when she called the police and the police arrived. She told y'all before they got there, they ain't gonna do nothing to me
She
but take me
said that
home.
shit. She like, they ain't gonna do shit but take me home. I said, oh wow, really? I said, well, I said, is you gonna call somebody up here to come pick you up? I said, your baby daddy said he on his way. She like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm about to call me a ride. I'm like, who you calling? So when she was on the phone, she like the people who she on the phone with, they like, where are you located at? And she like, I don't know, I'm at the Quickie Mart, the Citgo gas station. I'm like, give me your phone so I can tell them where you at. She, no, no, no. So I snatched her phone. And I
Right.
said, hello, who is this? They was like, this 911 dispatch. I said, oh, she called the police for herself. I said, good. I said, we had 11,700 Charmers. I said, she like, what's going on? I said, she is very intoxicated. I said, she got her 2-year-old with her. I said, I was trying to wait on somebody to come and pick her up, but she wanted to call y'all, so we're going to call y'all. Y'all can come and handle the situation and we can leave.
Right.
The police pulled up. It
Go
was
ahead,
like
Joe.
it was like 6 to 7 police cars.
Mm.
They asking us what's going on. I explained to them everything. Like, listen, I took her keys. I cut her car. I said she's too intoxicated and she got a 2-year-old baby in the car with her.
All right. Hello.
Somebody
I
just
said,
came
but
in. I don't know who that is, but you can go
that's
ahead and
that's do
introduce
not
yourself to the
disturb.
show.
That's Cece.
Hey,
That's
how
Okay,
you
My
what's
Sierra.
going
bad.
doing?
on, CC? So,
How you
so we
doing?
just been sitting here with Riri, you know, asking her a few questions. So, give us your input, you know, on the whole situation, you know, from the beginning, from when she came in, you know, and then I got a few more questions that I'll ask, and then we'll just go on ahead and go from there. But just give us your input on the situation because, like I was telling Riri, she tried to deny in the beginning that when you guys initially saw her when she first came into the gas station that she was chasing somebody around. So I just want to have you guys' input to be able to come back and speak you guys' your truth on it.
Okay. So we was at the gas station. We was all up there. Like I said, we was all how everybody was out. We had just left from like a little block party. So when we pulled up, we all sit out there chit chatting, we laughing, we doing what we doing. We see a truck fly in, and then we see this Equinox fly in. Now the man, as he he taking off from her, you know, so he ran back in, so he came back. So when she fly back up in her again, she
Right.
stopped. So he like, lady, what is wrong with you? Like, why is you following me? She like, shut the fuck up, bitch. Like I'm talking about. He like, you don't even know me. I do. He like, what's my name? She was like, fuck you, bitch. And so
Wow.
that's why, in reality, we took the focus
The
off him so he
focus
could be
off
able to,
of him.
you know what I'm saying, for him to be able to get on because she was not letting that man go nowhere. Okay. She was on him. She almost, when she spit out the gas the first time, she almost killed herself, almost spit it because he hit the corner. But then when he hit the corner, he came back into the gas station and she spit back into the gas station. She was junked in the mud.
Right. So that
What
means
color
Then
was his
she was so
car?
fucked up that she didn't even remember that part. You know what I mean? And
So
I'll
what
take you
color was
guys'
his
word for
car?
that, you know, meaning that, you know, it's
Huh?
multiple of you guys saying the same thing. You know, she didn't even remember that part. You know, so I'm gonna ask you that
Yeah.
part, do not disturb. What was your reaction when you first, and I asked Riri this question too, when you first realized that she had a motherfucking baby in the car with her?
okay. At first we was joking and shit, you know, because she was talking shit. We was talking shit back to her. She was funny as hell. Actually, she was entertainment.
Yeah, she
But
was.
once we seen the baby, all jokes was aside because now at this point, only how we seen, I swear to God, if we didn't see this dog stick the head out, we would have never knew the baby was in the car because now we paying attention. We looked, so I'm talking shit about the dog, like, dog, she had the damn dog in him, like, damn, the dog driving with a drunk driver.
Listen, and I'm
And
you're
that's
Like,
when
right,
I
and I'm
was
crazy.
glad you
like,
said that
it's
because
a
your
baby
man
in
in
the
the ground,
car.
he was like,
I said,
the
it's a
damn
baby
dog need
leg
to drive
sticking
your
up.
ass home.
Yeah, so we sitting there, and then they say, I know my friend, she like, is that a baby in the car? So now I'm
Right.
like, man, oh hell no! Like now, all jokes aside, all the laughs, all the smiling, all the hee hee ha ha, all that shit went down the drain. Now it's time to get serious. But that lady didn't want no help. She went from crying to sober. She went from crying from from crying to crazy to And I knew someone right with her. You know what I'm saying? I kept telling everybody like something wrong with her. I don't know what's wrong with her, but I could tell something wrong with her. She had like 6 different personalities out there, but she didn't mind cussing our ass out. And like I said, she was entertained. But once we seen the baby, our main focus then was just the baby. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, all was just saying this baby leaning over upside down, the feet up in the air. You know what I'm saying? When I walked into the car, I didn't know if it was a little bitty baby or
flipped
nothing.
over.
We seen feet. The whole car seat was flipped over sideways. And at first I was cussing her ass out because I didn't think that she had him in the car seat. I mean, strapped down. But she actually had him strapped down.
Yeah,
but
well, just like how we
told
Riri, I want to thank you guys for just being out there, making sure that you guys took the keys away, that she was not able to drive off, because she said that she wasn't going to drive off, but I actually rewatched that video and she was trying to drive off. She tried to stick, but was not. What you say?
She was pushing the start button over and over again, trying to get the car to start.
He was trying to get the car to start, but I already had took the key.
Yeah, she told us don't worry about her baby, but like we were trying to explain to her, like, listen, at the end of the day, we weren't trying to get the police involved at all. But she told us that all they was gonna do was take her ass home.
Right.
She ain't lying.
And they took her motherfucking home. That fucked me up.
Not only did they take her home, they got in her car.
Got in her motherfucking car.
Yeah.
With the bottle still in that motherfucker already open.
No, we took that. We took
y'all took the bottle
out.
Okay, there y'all
go. We took that out.
Okay.
But she is a Army veteran or some shit like that.
No, I don't know. I can't say.
Yeah, a couple people have came to me and told me that she was in the Army.
Oh, okay. That'll do it.
Okay, she could be. I don't know. I just know that she came to me with this story. And she reached out to me and she just wanted to speak her point on this story, because I believe both of you guys' video end up going viral on this situation.
Yeah.
Yeah. So go ahead, LaShawn.
How did y'all feel after her response video yesterday?
I kind of felt like at the end of the day,
she a goddamn lie.
Okay, yes, that's true. But okay, I know it looked bad because the video that actually went viral, it do look bad, like she just got slapped or whatever. But listen, that lady was in my inbox. She told me, "Man, Spike, let me go to say exactly what she said when she inboxed me." Like, it was like I told her, I tried to explain
quote
to her,
unquote what she said, because she was talking choppy as hell.
No, I can believe it, because you got Joseph Knows that's on the phone. She emailed him a message also. So go ahead.
She said, "Bitch, delete them videos." She said, "Don't you ever try to go viral off me. Promise my people watching." She said, "Yeah, my husband hit me. I deserved that to pull off knowing I was drunk with a baby, but you took my pain and posted it, ho." She just listen.
Yeah.
Listen. So she asked. So I had put up a status like part 2 on P Street. She inboxed me talking about some, "Hello, is you gonna be on Promenade or Pelkey?" I thought I'd be on both of them streets. You know what I'm saying? But in the midst of we sitting, I swear,
she was throwing out. So she was sitting up throwing out threats to y'all.
No,
we had just left from Channel Park. We had just left from Channel Park and met up at the gas station.
Right.
They said she had statuses out like, "Yeah, I'm going back to Cinco. I'm going to get my ones." But the whole thing was, okay, let me explain that situation. Yeah. So when we sitting at the gas station, all of us, we just said the gas station, we always come from the park. I'm showing her, when I saw her video, my message is like, "Dog, why the fuck the crazy lady inboxing me and shit?" You know what I'm saying? From this
morning.
She froze up, so you can go until she come back in. Okay.
But yeah, she did say, "Why this lady inboxing me from this morning, the one we helped?" I'm like, "Shut the fuck up." Then when I look up, here she come.
That's what I was getting ready to ask y'all. What happened when she came back after the police took her home? She pulled in the
parking lot, jumped out the car talking about, bitches, I'm back. Yup. And I want my ones. Where them hoes at?
She said,
viral off me.
She was like, "Record me now, bitches." She like, "Record me now. I want my ones." So when she got out, you should have seen her. She on in the street like she really,
like she trying to do something.
The gas, they just see everything on the camera.
Yeah.
Yes. So when she got out or whatever, now she's standing there. She looking at me. We talking because I walked up on her like, "Man, what's up?" You know what I'm saying? I'm like, "Man, what's up?" Like, basically, yeah, because I know what you just said in my shit, but I wasn't gonna touch you. But if you touch me, I was gonna beat your motherfucking ass.
Right. Because a lot of people thought that she was snuck. That the old girl just snuck her for no reason. You know what I mean? So I know it had to be something more
They
to
didn't know what was going on. They didn't know what was going on.
right.
We all just came from the park. So when
Oh,
you see one female walking up to your
that
friend's
lady
car,
that pulled up
what
was
you
me and Ray.
expect for her friends to do? Her friends not about to sit there and let you talk out the side of your neck. Cause I
Right.
walked up to her like, why the fuck would you come back up here?
Right.
Yeah. That.
And
She
that's
said,
the
Yeah.
question.
"Oh,
Everybody want to
no,
know
no,
why I
no,
asked her why
I
she was
can't
up here, why she was back.
apologize." I said, them wasn't your intentions.
I
I said,
asked
cause
her
you
why she
was talking shit when you pulled up talking about, yeah, I want my ones with bitches. Bitches think they about to go viral off me. No. Why are you up here? So when she
all
walked
right
up to
now.
my friend and
That's
got to
all. That's
talking
what I asked her.
out the side of her neck, that's when my other homegirl just came out the blue and blew her shit out.
Yeah, she did.
But smacked her.
Yeah.
Can I say something?
I
Can I
guess
say something?
even after all that, at the end of the day, she said, and it looked like she was going through some shit, at the end of the day, and I told her
Okay,
on the
hold on, everybody.
video, I'm like,
This is
at
the
the
one
end
that
of the
smacked
day,
her.
we
Right here. You can
understood
see
that
right
you may
here.
have been
Oh,
going through
Right
some
here.
shit, but you should have not
okay.
put
So
your
Hey,
that's
child. Go
Creamy.
ahead,
wait,
LaShawn, my bad. Go ahead.
wait. That's the lady that hit her. This the
Yeah.
lady that hit her. How you
Oh, okay.
doing?
Hey, how you doing? Okay, so
Yeah.
Hey, how you doing?
explain your
Hey, how y'all doing?
situation, on why you hit her. They froze up.
You froze up.
Yep. So, but
Well,
yeah,
so
at
previous
the
to the
end of the
night
day,
before
I
the
told
I
her.
think they
happened, we
unfroze.
froze up.
Okay,
Y'all
now
unfroze.
Yeah.
Okay, go. So explain to everybody, why you here. Well, your sister. I don't know if that's your sister or whatnot, but she told us, she explained. But you give us your detail on why you swung on her.
Okay, so like I was saying, the night before that, she was up there clowning, being rude, disrespectful, stuff like that. I see the video, so I'm like, okay, we all be up there, we know what's going on. So the next day, she come up there, back on the same tip. But I feel like she was trying to horse us though, like she was trying to like call us out, like you know what I'm saying, like we're nobody
Right.
gonna be on that. So like we was gonna just keep sparing her. Everybody's gonna keep sparing her. You know what I'm saying? And then I looked in the car and seen that she had the baby in the car. No, she had 3 more different kids.
She
Hold
had,
on, not the same
three more
Yeah.
lady.
different
She
kids
That's
had
what.
a
with her
lady
car.
and 3 more other kids, and she was still drunk.
Right.
Yep, drunk as
See, and
hell. And I
that's what
told
I
her, I
didn't
said,
understand. And
you
I
back
asked her
up here
about
with
that
some more
situation. I'm
kids.
like, so you still was the police took you home. You was already intoxicated, drunk as fuck, and you still came back up there again, talking shit and starting shit with these girls. She said she
Mm-hmm.
And
just
the way
tried to
how
come
she
back up
pulled in
there
and
and
drive.
thank you guys for helping
No,
her
she
out.
didn't. She pulled up and
all right.
blocked the
She
car
pulled in
off.
that drive in that
She
gas
blocked the
station,
car
started
off,
wrecking
jumped out. A lot of
on
us.
tip.
We ain't even.
Can I
Oh,
Listen,
so
say
she jumped.
something?
she
So she
pulled
jumped
in
out
and
on
got
business then.
Yeah, she
Can,
jumped out talking shit. We was sitting in our trucks.
can I say something? Can I
Go
say
ahead.
something? Hello?
reckless.
Go ahead, Win.
Like she pulled up in the gas station, so reckless. We was looking like we was kind of shocked. Like, what the fuck? Who was this? We didn't know what was going on. She
Right.
hopped out on tip. Like, yeah.
Okay. Go ahead, Win. What you got to say?
Okay, I want to say this. I understand what y'all saying. Y'all felt that she was calling y'all out, this, that, and that. I get it, right? But y'all knew she was drunk.
Not
This her
y'all.
second.
Not y'all.
Well, okay. Well,
Tried to
people.
break it up. I tried to stop it
This
before it happened.
I did see you do that. You
And
knew
the
she.
policy was break it
Okay.
up too. Listen, let her talk.
Hold
None of
on.
that
Give her
sympathy
a second.
ass.
Let her talk, and
Yeah.
then you can come back in.
This is the type of situation where y'all know somebody have a problem. You know what I'm saying?
All
Because
of us
ain't
didn't know
nobody.
her though. All
But
of us
listen
Hold
to
on.
me,
didn't
Just
know
baby.
her.
I
let her
let
talk,
y'all
and then when she
talk.
done,
Can
you
I
can come
talk,
back in, baby.
please? Please. I'm
Look,
not
we don't
trying
know
to.
nothing.
I'm
Let's let
not
her talk
trying
real quick.
to.
Y'all gotta let her talk, cause we
I
all
don't
can't
want to
talk at the same
disrespect
time.
nobody. I'm not trying to downplay y'all or nothing because at the end of the day, what I seen at the beginning, y'all did some justice because somebody could have got killed that night. She could have killed somebody, her kids. She could have killed her child. Her child could be gone away from her that night. All that kind of shit, right? But when I want to say this the second time y'all seen this lady act this way, and I'm pretty sure y'all well
Okay,
up
let me.
there
One
twice.
second. Okay, wait. Okay, before you finish, because I know you about to go with it. The only people that knew that lady that really pulled up that day, that pulled back up, was me and the one that's on the live with us.
We didn't know her.
My friends, they wasn't up there with us at 2 a.m. So when she jumped out the way she did, that's the reaction that was given, because they didn't know her. They just know it's a lady coming up here on tip saying she on her one. So when me and my other friend walking up talking to her, that's why we were talking to her. That's why I asked her, "What are you doing back up here?"
Right.
I knew when you came with her, when she came back up there with that car, from my inboxes and from when she inboxed everybody else off the videos, that she was coming back up there for trouble. So I asked her, "What you doing back up here? Why is you back up here?" And beyond that, her husband said she don't stay nowhere around there. You know what I'm saying? And then you would think after all that, after her husband knocked her ass out, you wouldn't even came back up there.
You wouldn't have came back. You're right. You came back up there. So think about this.
So, but they didn't know. They didn't know the situation. But me and my friends. So even though we wouldn't have touched her, that don't, you know what I'm saying?
That don't mean they not gonna touch her.
It was just because we knew what she was going through at 3. We was up there for her.
Why y'all didn't tell them? Why y'all just didn't call the police?
The police came up there, and they
came
up there. The police came up
took
there
her home
right after the smack. Right after that smack.
Oh, so they did come back up there after the smack.
And he asked me. He said, "What happened up here?" I said, "Remember the girl y'all came up here and got last night at 4:00 this morning?" He said, "Yeah." He like, "I know she ain't back up here." I said, "Yeah, she came back up here." He like, "And what happened?" I said, "She got the shit smacked out of her." And he said, "That's what the fuck she get, because I don't know why the fuck she would come back up here on the same drunk shit that we just came and got you from and took you home in your car and dropped your car off."
Yeah.
Trust me, y'all. Trust me. I understand all that, but I'm just looking at it as a woman point of view, from woman to woman, because it was women's in that situation. Y'all knew that woman was drunk. Y'all knew something was wrong. Hold on, let me finish, please.
Yeah, go ahead.
Y'all knew something was wrong with her. She was not in her right state of mind. And you know she's not in her right state of mind. If she did this shit one time, see, that's the thing. That's the thing right there. It's that part right there. We got to start giving a fuck about one another.
They give a fuck. Let me say this.
No, and they gave a fuck. And I understand where you coming from when
on that part. We got to,
and I definitely understand where the young lady was coming from too. You know, she, you know, because she, you know, when motherfuckers drunk, they do be in an aggressive situation. You know, she probably jumped out aggressive. You know, real aggressive, you know, and that's what it sounds like, you know, but I understand both ends, you know what I mean? She shouldn't have not put herself in that situation where, you know, she
100% right. Hell no, she shouldn't.
Let me say this. You know, when you tell a story, you have to start it from the beginning of the story. So once upon a time, she was out at 3 a.m. with her 2-year-old driving intoxicated.
It started
at 2.
One
thing is you cannot control how motherfuckers respond to you. When you can't, everybody ain't gonna have that patience with you. Everybody ain't gonna show you love.
The problem.
That's all we said right there. We can't.
And if I didn't give a fuck about
I didn't never say you
or her
did.
baby, I would have let her drive off with that little boy in the car. I have a heart. I have kids.
Well, I wasn't never letting her drive off with the baby.
I'm not about to sit up there and let this baby be in
I'm not trying to downplay y'all at all. I'm not trying to downplay nobody at all.
Right.
I just want to get
patience with that lady from 2 a.m.
2 a.m. to 4 o'clock.
With that lady from 2 a.m. to 4 p.m. in the morning.
Well,
and we made sure the police didn't get called. Now what I didn't approve of, but everybody making a big deal of me about her smacking her, and neither one of them was right, you know, whatever, because nobody had to touch her. But ain't nobody saying shit about her baby daddy cold cocking her ass.
I was just getting ready to ask that question. I was about to ask Big Dave.
But he's not on the phone.
Hold on, let me ask this question, then you come back in with Big Dave. How do you feel? I don't know if you saw the video, but it was another video out there where the baby daddy actually came out there and knocked her ass out,
and that's on my page.
How do you feel about that situation? Do you think he was wrong, or do you think she deserved that situation?
Listen.
Hold lady in a white shirt.
Hold on.
Excuse me.
Yes, baby. I'm listening to you.
Hold on.
Before he come in, I really want to ask.
All right, go ahead.
Go ahead, baby. Go ahead. I'm listening to you.
Like I said.
Hold on, Dave. She about to ask
you pulled up to that gas station that night. What the fuck?
No, come on, baby.
If you pulled up to that gas station that night. If you pulled up to that gas station that night, right?
Yeah. If I would have pulled up to that gas station, what, babe?
Lady acting belligerent, drunk, right? He walk up on you, acting belligerent, acting crazy, all in your face, drunk as.
What I would have done.
What you gonna do? You gonna let
What I would have done, because I probably, if she was drunk as fuck, if I would have blew on her, her ass probably would have failed. That's how drunk she was. See, me at the age I am now back if I was younger, yeah, it probably would have got me aroused. And wait a minute, I'm just trying to tell you, it probably would have got me aroused back then. But now that I know people be on different type of situations in life, now that I know that people be on different type of situations in life, and there's a lot of mental people out here.
Hold on, baby girl. Let her finish it off. Go ahead, Will.
And then tell me, did you notice that she was drunk as fuck? I'm just asking you because when y'all came up to her, and I remember one of y'all said, "What the fuck is you doing up here?" She had her hands like this.
And I asked her, "Do we?"
And what
was the name?
I understand what you're saying.
Well, look.
I can't hear you.
At the end of the
day,
let's come up with a solution. For those that may be watching this video, because at the end of the day, it looked like the young lady was going through some shit, and she was. I definitely understand what you're talking about, Win.
Yeah, because that could have been me. That could have been one of our sisters.
Sometimes you have to have a little bit.
That could have been one of our brothers. That could have been one of our
aunties.
And I agree.
It could have been
that could have been one of our uncles. You know what I'm saying?
When you know that both of you ladies are saying, so I'm trying to stay biased about the situation, but
you know what really
Joe.
makes me mad about this whole conversation. I'm hearing nothing but women over here and talking about giving her a break. She getting sucked in her face is the last thing that people need to be worried about. There was a baby there that could have been hurt through her drunkenness. If she got hurt, that's her business. I don't care about her getting punched in the face. Even though the old dude punched in the face, what we just saw is a history because that ain't the first time that man hit her in the face like that.
Probably not.
So we know that this is the past.
Yeah.
But here's the issue I got. Here's what I'm challenging all y'all women right now. I'm challenging all of y'all.
What's that?
Why are y'all at 3 a.m. outside on charge? Can somebody explain that to me?
That wasn't 3 in the morning.
That was at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Oh no! That was at like 9 o'clock at night.
That was like at 9 at night.
Yeah,
I can't hear her.
We can't hear you, baby.
She said so.
Here's why it's not a.
We can't hear you.
It's not a soul.
You kind of breaking up,
Joe. Okay.
You kind of breaking up a little bit, Joe, but at the end of the day, the young lady was kind of, going through some shit. Like Joe said, that was not the first time, that situation happened.
Your phone keep breaking up.
And I'm not agreeing with what he did. It was fucked up. She did not deserve, to be hit like that. He could have just came up there and just took the baby. It was not a good look, on his end, on her end. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, let's come up with a solution for, any young women that may be watching this, that may be in a situation that may be
crying in the building, so you don't know.
So, DJ Shiny D, give them a solution, for a situation for a young woman who may be going through, a situation that may be drinking, because like I told Sharita, and I invited her on the show, I sent her the link. She should have came in, give your advice on any woman, or anyone who's drinking and trying to, handle, just handle a situation through drinking, because like I was telling her, drinking will never solve any problems that you have. It'll only make it worse. And that situation could have been fucked up. She could have lost her life. She could have lost her life. And she could have killed
lost her baby life.
That goddamn gas
her
station.
Baby could be in child protective service right now. All that shit.
Yeah. So go ahead, DJ Shiny, take it away.
Kind of fucked up. I can't even connect to my goddamn.
I'm not mad at nobody because everybody at the end of the day got
he's still on because
and they got in safely because they got in safely because you guys, you know what I mean? So you guys really were the heroes of the night. You and your crew at that time, y'all were the heroes of the night, and I just want to thank y'all for giving a fuck for first of all. even giving a fuck. And y'all fed the baby like that was extra. Y'all didn't have to do any of that. You know, it was hard since I know her, it was hard to see her hit like that. But if you were not out, it's just like if you steal from somebody. You get some people that's gonna be like, all right, you can't come over here no more. You got some people that's gonna come to your crib and beat you the fuck down. Like everybody ain't gonna respond the way you think they should or the way you would respond. So when you put yourself out there, you kind of invite other people's responses to you. And I don't know that I believe that she would, and I love her. I don't know if I believe that she was coming up there to apologize. When the police took her, she came back. You came back in a different attire. You came back with other people in the car. It don't look like you were
She
coming.
came back with kids, with children in the car, drunk as fuck.
And her sister.
Drunk as hell. Yeah.
Yeah, all drunk, all bad, all bad.
She was.
It was all
So
bad.
clearly
But go
she
ahead,
has a
Will.
problem.
Give us. I'm gonna let LaShawn finish out her word, and then give us your opinion on where where she need to go from here. You know, on like I said, if any young woman is watching this and they may need to hear words of encouragement how to handle a situation. You know, without drinking. You know what I mean? Because like I said, this situation could have went all the way left. So I don't know if you would finish, LaShawn, but you can finish out, and then I'll let Will give her words.
Okay, I love her, and I had a conversation with her. I didn't lie to her. I told her that those people were trying to help you in the beginning. They were. And of course I go by her. I can only hear her side when I'm talking to her. And her thing was that she didn't do anything. She came up there to apologize. She came up there to say sorry. But I also let her know, well, if I was standing at the gas station and you came back, you had on pants earlier, now you got shorts, now you got on shoes. You got people in the car. I don't know they children in the car.
You need her number or my number?
And you out in the street.
347.
Why are you back
347.
why are you back here? So I don't know that I did tell her she need help.
Right.
I did tell her that if she came on this show tonight, that she should be humble and she should say sorry and thank y'all for helping me because y'all didn't have to do that. You know what I mean? So to instead of blaming people.
I'm leaving at 8:11, but I don't think she's probably there. I got like a couple dollars at home. I'll just bring you back.
Okay.
Right. Okay, Will. Well, I'm so like I was saying, I give any young women or any young men just advice how to handle adversity, without especially, because she had a toddler in the car with her, so give advice of how to handle situation when going through adversity.
Going through that, I feel that she was wrong as hell for coming back up there. I really do. But when you drunk and you intoxicated like that, liquor may tell you do all kind of crazy shit. Yeah, she could have lost her life that night.
We was gone for a
She could
minute.
have got stumped down that night. You know what I'm saying? She could all kind of shit could have happened that night. She could have been sitting in jail. She could have lost her child. She was wrong. I'm not saying Sharita wasn't wrong. Sharita was wrong.
Yeah, she was
Wrong
dead
as
wrong.
fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The only thing I'm saying, when you see a person drunk like that and fucked up like that, you know something wrong with her if she come up there twice. After she don't get home, send home by the police and come back, you know something upstairs is not right with her. So they're just like seeing a crazy person out here in the street. You ain't seen this person one day, he was acting fucking crazy. You running across to this person again, he's still acting crazy. So at that point, whatever this crazy motherfucker say, it's not gonna faze me because I know the motherfucker is crazy.
That was my first time running across her.
At that point, I'm saying, I just don't. It was a nasty taste in my mouth to see another woman smack a woman. That was a nasty ass taste
so
in
you
my
ain't
mouth.
never had no altercation in your life?
Pardon me?
You ain't never had no physical altercation in your life.
Yes, baby, I have, but
So
I don't start it.
How y'all really just trying to like already
I'm
got
not.
the whole world trying to gang up on me and make me feel
I
like
No,
don't
I'm
no,
want to
we
gang
no,
up
no, we
on
definitely
you.
listen.
for
We
slapping
definitely not
her.
trying to gang up on
She
y'all at
got
all.
slapped
What you
because she
ladies
Trying to
found
did
gang
out
up on
Shorty
was
you.
was
I'm
black.
just
commendable. You
saying.
know what I mean?
Put
So
yourself.
don't think that the ladies are trying to gang up. She was just giving
We're
her
not.
opinion about
I'm
that
just saying
No,
situation.
that's
but
So
a
it
what
is
you
bad
not
what y'all
mistake
ladies
everybody.
did
That's
to
was
not
see
our second
another
time seeing
woman
her the
let
commendable. It
first
was
another
time
woman act
that
that
lady
way
definitely
left.
when
I
she
honor
don't have she's
at what
drunk.
y'all did. Y'all looked out for her in that
Somebody
Again,
favor.
blew
But go
on
ahead.
her. She would have
she drunk
failed.
right now. She won't let
Again,
nobody talk.
Y'all could have blew on her. She would have
You
again.
failed.
must be drunk.
Now if she
You
was
Yeah,
must be
you
sober
know,
drunk.
and
and
talking
at the end of
shit,
the day, you
yeah,
know,
she want that
hold
bill.
on, ladies,
But
give me a
she
second.
drunk as
Everyone
fuck.
has their opinion.
Why are y'all so
Will, she
concerned?
just gave her opinion on that situation.
She
And
drunk
Yes.
you
right
young ladies
now.
If
are
This
she
giving
was
your
podcast.
sober
Okay,
opinion.
as
Go
listen.
ahead,
fuck
Joe.
and
Okay,
talking that shit to
okay,
you, hell yeah, give her that
Why am I
motherfucking
here?
business.
okay, listen.
Why am
I'm
I?
gonna say this
Why am I
again.
here?
I'm gonna say this
Why am
one
I?
time. I'm gonna say it again. I'm gonna say it again. For this is gonna be the last time I say it. These two was not with us at
No.
I
2 in the morning to
understand
4 in
that,
the
baby.
morning to say this they second time seeing her belligerent. So at the end of the day, I can't say, oh, Trina don't hear her when we didn't know she was gonna hit her. We didn't
Right.
know shit. She didn't even know she was gonna hit her. So
Yeah, no,
y'all ganging
and
up
we
on everybody
understand.
else.
That's
No,
So
what
we're
I
like
want
the
not
her to
whole
ganging
understand.
up.
We
the
We're
don't.
not
whole
ganging
rule
up
to
on
it.
nobody,
Listen,
baby.
Yeah.
the whole rule
And
to
that's
the
the
whole
problem
thing to
with
it.
black
She
folks.
had no
Like,
business coming back up there.
You're
She can
absolutely
go
right.
anywhere she want to go. Let me clear
Yeah.
this up. She can go anywhere she wanted to go. She could have came back to the gas station if that's what she wanted to do.
Yeah.
But you pulled up the way you did. Just because I wouldn't hit you, don't mean the next person ain't gonna knock your
well,
ass
That's
out.
true. That's
So
true.
don't you? It's nothing. I can't control the
That's
next person. I
true.
can control what the fuck I do. I can't control what the next person do.
I understand that.
So
I'm
at the
just
end of the
saying,
day, and I can't say that I'm mad because, like I
Hold
said,
on,
at the
Win.
end of
Let
the
her
day,
finish
it
out,
do
and then
look
when she
messed
done,
up
I'll
from the
let you finish, and
video.
we're gonna close out.
yeah, it did.
It looked
Hold
messed up
on.
from the video
Let me.
because that's the way the person
Can I say something right
recorded it.
quick?
Yeah, it
Go
Can
ahead,
did.
I say something
Joe.
right quick, please?
But it just
Listen,
seemed like everybody asked
I,
me
I don't.
what
I
was
don't
my
care.
side. It seemed like everybody asked me what was my side, and then when I got to telling my side, everybody just got to go on in and
You
stating their
had froze
opinions
up,
on how
baby.
they
We
feel.
didn't hear
I
you.
never really got to even say
No,
what I needed to say
well,
though.
speak
Well,
your
say
piece,
it, because
baby.
you had froze up when you were
Speak your
talking. That's why
piece.
we didn't hear you.
And then
Yeah, go ahead.
I was gone for about 5 minutes because my phone
Yeah.
had disconnected.
If you
Oh,
want
well,
Okay.
But listen,
please tell your
can-
side. I would love to hear your
Go ahead.
side.
me too. I
yeah,
want to hear it too.
And I would
Yeah,
love for you to
let her
listen
speak her
and
piece,
let me
I
y'all.
say.
will. I promise you, I will.
I'll say something after she finishes.
Go ahead,
okay,
baby
yeah.
girl.
The thing is, I'm not no bully. If I would have been out there the night before and see that lady acting like that and acting crazy like that and knew that she needed help, then that would have been a different story. But by us all being out that night, everybody on liquor, everybody doing their thing, and she whipped up in a gas station and like kind of like little bit shocked and scared us. We
Can I ask?
the
Right.
victims. No, you steady talking. She the victim. We the victims because the way how she whipped up, we didn't know who the fuck she was. I didn't know who the fuck that lady was. And ain't nobody finna whip up on motherfucking Eastside Trina like that. You feel what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck who you is. Especially blocking off your car. When the way she whipped up on us and then she hopped out the car like, what's up, bitches? Record me now. Record me now. I want my ones. Oh, bitch, you ain't put no name on it? Let's get it. What the fuck you talking about? Because the way we could have been hard. What if she would have pulled up and shot our car up? Is anybody talking about that or saying anything about that? Because y'all already see the bitch needs to be in the motherfucking mental hospital.
I'm
You
with
see the bitch
I'm
rolling
with
around on the
them. I'm with
grass,
them.
rolling around on the motherfucking curb, acting a goddamn fool the night before. So don't keep coming at me like I'm just around here bullying or just slapping on old ass bitches because she ugly as fuck in the face. That bitch the same age as Eastside Trina. I just
Right.
take care of
Listen.
myself.
At the end of the day, listen. We
Hey,
Fuck.
understood the whole
I'm tired
situation.
of this drunk
We
ass
know
call
you
on this
wasn't there from the
motherfucking
beginning. But go
podcast.
ahead, Joe. Speak your piece, and I'm gonna go ahead and close
All
I'm
these
everything
with.
niggas
out.
is slack.
All right, I'm with old girl on this one. Y'all worry about her being a bully. First of all, get smack in the face. The least you should be worrying about because that
You
damn
got
kid,
shot.
that kid could have been dead. That kid
Mm-hmm.
could have been chopped up. I don't give a damn about her hitting her. That ain't bothering me at all. Because somebody needed
Exactly.
to do something. But I'm gonna
Yeah.
It
but I'm
on
gonna tell
And
you,
you know
reality.
what?
I'm gonna tell you.
You would have thought. You would have thought when her husband knocked her ass out, she wouldn't have came back.
Mm-hmm.
But
You
no,
would have
they
Yeah.
thought
came
Yeah,
that.
the
back
way he knocked
again.
her ass out.
Right.
What I
She
want.
ain't know who hit her. Like she didn't
This
know
is
who
the
hit her that night.
resolution.
She
I'm gonna
didn't
tell
know
you what
who
the
hit her that
resolution
Right.
night.
should really
She was
be.
telling the other
She
guy.
thought Cece
Hold
hit
on.
her. She
Yeah,
said
see, they,
Cece
Go
hit.
ahead, Joe.
She talking about some you hit me. She
I'm
like,
yeah,
gonna tell you
bitch,
what the
I ain't hit you.
resolution.
she
I'm gonna
did.
tell
She
you
did
what the
know who
resolution
hit her.
should
I
be.
She
seen
did
that.
know.
Yeah.
That That girl need to lose custody of her kids. She don't need
She
to,
ain't got her
she don't need to
son
my
back.
mother. If you
Listen, I
got
talked to her.
if you
She
got
ain't got her son
PTSD,
back. The daddy
Child
still have her
endangerment and
son.
animal cruelty.
Why her
Oh,
sister ain't get out to
wow.
help her?
Oh,
Right.
and
Well,
then
look. Hey,
well, we
look.
already told them that.
I want to.
Y'all
I
How
want
you
to
said she
gonna
was
thank
then you
rolling
each.
explain
around
why
in the
she ain't help?
Hey,
grass?
look.
And
I
so
want
let
to
me
thank
ask y'all
each and
something.
every one of you
So
ladies for coming on
everybody
to the
was
show. It
cool.
definitely was a good conversation.
No, no, no. One
Um,
more thing. One more thing. One more thing.
Look,
Oh,
hold on. I'm gonna let Riri them speak. That look, give us for any young woman or any young man that may be going through the situation that this young lady was going through. Give us your
Domestic
opinion on
violence.
how to handle, adversity. When you're going through a situation because, like Wynn said, she probably was going through
1-800.
some shit that night. Because normally I'm not going to say she don't act like that, but I don't think she would approach you ladies in a situation like that if she was in her
She would have.
right mind
Law and
or
order.
not
She
drinking.
been a
So
bully
give
all her
give
life. That's the fuck she
give
would
us
have. That's her
give us
character.
your last words and we're gonna
let
go
me
ahead and close
finish.
out, y'all.
Damn it. Let me finish something, man,
Go
please.
ahead.
yeah.
The girls, I don't look at them as a fault at all in this situation. Yeah, it was a sucker punch because she was drunk. But at the end of the day, that's not
I
really
want
the
not
big.
sucking shit because I actually think she have a problem.
Let him
No,
talk
no,
so we
no,
can finish it
no.
up.
Hold on. I don't even care about that. Honestly, I hope that nothing happened to you, and I hope that I ain't mad at you behind that because it was a heated situation. But let me tell you what's the issue. I blame the police department because they took her home knowing that she's drunk.
Right.
And that's the bigger problem. It's not the
Yeah.
girls because the girls are women. They're emotional. They handle things like that. But it's the
Right.
police. I blame the police in this situation, and I blame the father. You know why I blame the father? Because this ain't gonna be the first time that you're gonna tell me that you saw her act like this. You want to go up there and act as if you were so mad and you sucker punch her like that. I'm talking about the father. But
Mm-hmm.
yet you had all these opportunities to intervene. You a problem too. You a problem too. And I'm mad.
Yeah.
If I should be mad, it should be more him and her. But I'm gonna say
Yeah.
this: you did
And the
your thing. I
police.
ain't mad at you. And the
Yeah,
police,
the
police is
police
up
And
in
the
too.
this
police, because
situation.
I
The
Because
mama,
they damn
the
sure would
mama
have took
need to
my
lose
black ass
custody
to
of the
jail with
kids.
no motherfucking questions.
With no
The
question.
mama need to
Girl,
lose
Lock the
custody.
motherfucker up
like
and threw
and
away the
threw the
key.
motherfucking the kid
Gave you a
away.
DUI and
Fuck
got
But
yeah.
everything.
Well,
I
well,
Yeah,
will
look.
say
I'm
this:
Hey,
if
surprised
she
the
have
police
it,
took
if
her
she have
ass
it,
home.
hey,
I'm gonna get my one thing. I'm done.
go ahead and
If she
finish out,
have
John. We're gonna go in there
PTSD,
and close out.
all right. If she had PTSD from somewhere, maybe it's the military, maybe it's in personal life, maybe it's domestic violence, you don't need goddamn custody of your kids. Give up your goddamn kids out of love that you say you have for your kid. Give up your kids and get some damn help. Because if that baby would have died, I'm blaming the city of Detroit. I'm
Mm-hmm.
personally blaming them. I'm blaming them. I'm blaming the family. I'm blaming the father and her. You girls
You
are
shut
the
up this
hero. I'm with him. You didn't do anything wrong. You suck punching her in the face. Don't look right. But at the end of the day, she deserved that. She should got
Yep.
more than that.
Right.
I'm done.
Yeah, and you 100% absolutely right. At the end of the day, the punch could have been worse. She probably I'm not gonna say she deserved that shit, but it should be a wake up call, for
It
her.
should be.
Hopefully she'll get the
It
help
should
that
be a
she
blessing
needs.
and a lesson.
So
That's
look,
called
Yeah.
a
Rashawn,
blessing and a
let
motherfucking
everybody know
lesson.
what you got going on and where they can reach you.
Well, big
Well,
deal.
I just want to say to the young lady that felt like we were jumping on her, I don't want you to ever feel that way. Like, we're on here to talk about it. And as older women, I want to see younger women thrive. I hope nobody else threatens you. I hope you are safe through all of this. I think it was just the way that first video was presented. It was kind of presented before everything else. So it looked like it was just out of nowhere and you were in the wrong. I
I
appreciate
don't
the
know.
you had the courage to come on this show and actually tell your side. That takes courage. I wish the best for all of y'all. First of all, y'all are still wonderful people who gave a fuck. And I appreciate y'all for even being there because it could have went all bad. It could have went all bad. And because of even the intervention in the first place, everybody got home safe. And I have talked to her and I told her, if you were not out at 3 o'clock in the morning with your son,
2 o'clock.
none of this would have
Talking
happened.
shit, drunk.
We
She was
wouldn't
out
be
at
talking
two
about
o'clock.
it. So you start the story with your bad behavior. So I'm not gonna sit up and tell her girl, they wrong, they wrong. No, yeah, it was hard to see you get punched like that. It was hard to watch.
Very
But
hard.
I cannot say that if I was this young girl's age,
It wasn't that hard watching.
Same thing.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, well, look, hey, Riri, let everybody know your Facebook page, your YouTube page. Let everybody know what you got going on, where they can reach you. I see the video that went viral, so let everybody know where they can get in contact with you at.
This Big Booty Ray Ray on Instagram. My Facebook name is Raynisha. Y'all can reach me on both of them platforms. I'm always around and always willing to help a bitch out.
I don't know. I'm kind of scared now. I'm kind of scared to help anybody else out again, bro. I'm kind of scared. I'm kind of
She kind of
traumatized.
discourged me on helping motherfuckers.
Right.
Man, I'm kind of
I
traumatized.
swear to God.
Let them know where they can reach you and where they
Shit
can
that I
find you. Get them
endured off
your
the
Instagram
video.
and your Facebook contact.
Like $60. My Instagram is hell is my Instagram. Oh, we good. How about you? HBU. And my Facebook name is Do Not Disturb, but some of y'all already know me.
Yeah, Do Not Disturb. That's what we know you by. Do Not Disturb. Okay, so y'all can reach her by that on Facebook. Winifred, let everybody know where they can reach you, what you got going on.
I ain't got shit going on.
Well, Big Dave, let everybody know where they can reach you. Let everybody know what you got going on.
I don't know what to say, bro. I'm good.
Okay, well, yeah, I definitely can reach him at Real Talk with Big Dave. Go over to make sure you ladies go over to YouTube and subscribe to his channel. It's called
everybody know
Real
they can
Talk
follow
with
me
Big
at
Dave. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, make sure you guys subscribe. Go ahead, baby girl. What you say?
Trina Anamore.
Wait, start over.
Go ahead, start over. Say it again.
Pertaining Eastside Trina or Trina. You can
Eastside
follow me like
Trina.
that.
And that's on Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we definitely gonna bring y'all back for more conversations. You know, we do this all the time. You know, it's the What Up Though show. You know, we talk shit. You know, we have a good time. You know, and at the end of the day, we try to come up with solutions. You know, in situations, how to solve situations like that.
Yeah,
you know, so it's been a good show. It's been good.
No, I got one more thing to say before we end this.
Go ahead.
To the bitch that screenshotted my motherfucking hair and made it seem like I was bald head.
You stupid
bitch,
you will be dealt with. You will be dealt with.
Yeah. Okay. Well, look, I want to thank you, ladies, for for helping that young lady out. You know, she definitely was in a situation where she needed help. So I commend you guys, you ladies, for doing what y'all did, for making sure that the baby was all right. You know, at the end of the day, that's what it was about. You know, it was about making sure that baby was all right. You know what I mean? So no one's mad at you, neither, young lady, for for punching. You know, shit like that happens. You know, in situations like that. You know, and I definitely understand where you was coming from when. So it definitely was a good conversation, good talk. I want to thank each and every one of you guys for coming on to the show. It's another one. It's your boy Dame D, and we are out. Peace.
Yeah.
Don't get slapped.